Hey, so have you ever been in a dark room? You didn't want to cut the light on. Maybe it was late at night. You didn't want to wake anybody up. And so you just kind of got up because you had to go to the bathroom or somewhere and it was dark. And you were moving really slowly and you maybe had your hands out in front of you and you were squinting, trying to see as much as you can just to get to where you were going, right? You wanted to make sure you didn't like stub your toe. Oh, that hurts. Y'all know when it hurts when you stub your toe. So you don't want to stub your toe or you don't want to do something all crazy. You don't want to fall down. And so you just move real slow. You etch along and you etch along. And then hopefully you got there without hurting yourself. But we know if you had cut that light on, it would have been a whole different type of situation. You would have been able to move around freely, not slowly. You would have gotten to where you needed to go quickly without any accidents or harm. If that is you and you want to know why we need to let light be, we need to cut that light on, stick around. Hey, I'm Dr. G and welcome to Faith, Family, and Pediatrics for the busy working mama, sister, and friends. Y'all know I am telling the truth. Matter of fact, not too long ago, I was sitting in my closet. Yes, my little tiny closet is the area where I get away to myself, where I meditate, where I pray, where I spend time with the Lord. Well, I had like this little dim light on because I was just kind of sitting there chilling, but I was looking for something. I don't know if it was like a pen. I can't even remember, but that's when the idea for this video popped in my head and I got to fumbling around for that thing, could not find it. And because I did not want to actually have to stand up because I was on the floor to cut the light switch on, I was just fumbling. I just eventually said like, come on Gretchen, just get up and cut the light on. And so when I cut the light on, bam, there it was. I think it was my red pen because I'm real funny about my pens, and there was this special pen I needed. There it was. I found what I was looking for. And as I processed it and thought about it, I'm like, you know what, Gretchen, if you had just gotten up from the beginning and cut the light on instead of trying to be lazy and sitting down on that ground and fumbling forward because you didn't want to do what you needed to do to get up to cut the light on, you would have been all good. So you really in this aspect took the hard way. When if you had cut the light on, it would have been so much easier for you. If you are watching this video and you have been where I have been, just shoot me a message in the comment and say, hey, that's me, raise your hand or something. Because sometimes we can make things harder for ourselves because we are moving in darkness, when if we would just let the light be, if we would take the time to cut the light on, it will illuminate our way, and then we can get on through here and do what we need to do. So there are 3 points that I would like to discuss in regards to light, and I think it's really important as I am getting ready to prepare for Pillow Talk for Girls, Puberty, Power, and Purpose, because I truly believe in my heart that we have a generation that is plagued with identity crisis. They have no light. They are in this dark world with all of these evil influences, and it's dark, and it's made their path a path that is difficult for them because there has not been any light illuminated. I think one of the ways that we can help this generation is just by talking to them. So if you're watching this video and you have a daughter, even a son, you have a niece, a nephew, maybe there's a little girl or a little boy that you're mentoring, and you want to be a light. You want to make sure that this path of life that they're traveling is illuminated with positivity and light. If so, I have a resource for you, and it's called Let's Talk. Now, this resource will help you engage your person, your little one, whomever that may be, your teenager, your preteen, in meaningful conversation. So to get this PDF, it's free. Just click the link in the box below the video. It will take you to the link. If you just type your info in, we will get that to your inbox ASAP, and it's called Let's Talk. And I'm telling you, you're going to be asking questions with a purpose. So let's talk about this whole concept of light, not only for our own lives, but for the lives of those that are coming behind us, our children, our nieces, our nephews, whoever it may be. We all need light. Darkness slows us down. It frustrates us. It prevents us from getting to where we need to be. And if we get there, it prolongs the process. So how can we get on through here and fulfill the call and the purpose and the plan that God has for our lives, but not only our sons and our daughters? One way we do that is by letting the light be in our lives. So let's talk about these 3 points, and I have them all written down here. The first thing that light does for us is that it gives us the ability to see. Now, in Genesis chapter 1, I've been reading Genesis lately. You know, God starts off with the account of the creation, right? And it says that in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. You know, the earth without form. It was without form. You know, it was dark. You know, it was all the things that we don't want to see in our lives. And then he spoke and he said, let there be light. And then there was light. So the darkness and the chaos and everything that was present before he confessed, let there be light, was no more when he confessed light. Light replaced that. And I am praying as you watch this video that light replaces the darkness in your life, in your daughter's life, that light prevails. So let's get to the first point. Light gives us the ability to see. Just like I was in the closet looking for that object, right? For that pen. And because I was too lazy to just get up and cut the light switch on, I was scrambling trying to find it because it was dark and I couldn't see. And I was frustrated. And eventually I said, you know what? I just need to cut the light on. And when I cut the light on, there it was. So light gives us the ability to see. This next generation needs light, and that's what they're missing. I feel like it's a huge identity crisis, and I am here along with so many others to sound the alarm. And that's why I developed this program, Pillow Talk for Girls, Puberty, Power, and Purpose, because it is such an amazing time for us, a strategic time for us to talk about power and purpose tools with our young girls at a critical point in their lives, when their body is starting to develop, when they start having emotional changes in their bodies. It is the time to have these conversations, to let them know that they were born with the purpose, and we want to give them the power tools that they need to succeed. And one of the things that we can do is be a light for them in a dark world. And we all know that the ultimate light is Jesus Christ, but we need to be part of the solution by providing the light to point them in the right direction, to point them toward Jesus, to point to them and let them know that the ways of the world will get them nowhere. It will keep them blinded. It will keep it dark for them. And it will make it difficult, if they get there, to fulfill their purpose and plan without light. The second point that I have jotted down is that when we can see, we can move in the right direction. It's like next to impossible to see where you're going if you don't have light. Darkness really makes it hard for us. And so if we want to get pointed in the right direction, we need light. And that light comes from within. But for us to see the light, we need to know that the light is there. And ignorance is plaguing this generation, which is why it is so important that we give them power tools to succeed. And light is one of them. And then the third thing is we will reach our destinations if we have light illuminating our paths. My prayer is that this next generation, the girls that I am able to have conversations with in Pillow Talk for Girls and other mentoring opportunities, that they understand that their life has purpose and meaning. And that before they took their very first breath, that their path had already been laid out for them. They have this plan that is God-given. And so it's so important for us to give them the tools that they need to see where they're going. And I want to conclude with this prayer that it's in Ephesians that Paul prayed. And it was the prayer for the Ephesians. And he said that he prayed that the light of their understanding would be enlightened so that they would know the hope of their calling. And this is what this video is about. It's not only for our girls, it's not only for our sons, it is for us, that our spiritual eyes are enlightened so that we know the hope of our calling, and that hope is in Jesus. Whew, y'all. I am really gonna have to process this video some more. I'll be honest to you, because I just feel the weight of this for this next generation as we see all of the darkness, as we see all of the deception, as we see the world trying to dim the light of our babies. Man, it's heavy, it really is. But I'm gonna stop it right here. And if this video has been a blessing to you, I pray that you will like it, that you will also subscribe to the channel, but that you will also share it with another busy working mama, sister, or friend. And if you are interested in this PDF document that I created called Let's Talk, I pray that you can use it as a tool to be a light to that person in the next generation that you love. I will see you in the next video. Talk to you later.